Welcome here. It's live stream on. It's F1 race, league race in Italy. Here we go. It's 5 minutes to start as Guide requested for 10 minutes delay, so we decided, yeah, why not? Christopher with a Russian flag. But I need to ask you to change it. Okay, so welcome everyone. I will take care of the broadcast a bit later. Okay, there is Juanita. We can go actually. Oh mine. So Juanita joins. I need to take care about the live stream. So, yes, here you have the thumbnail. I just need the description that we will go. So, drivers are already clicking ready. So, let's say I'll do it. Everyone is in. As you can see, full grid. $20 drivers. About the results, I will tell you about it like 1 minute from now. Let me see if the... Okay, everything is correct. Hope it will not crash. I'm in the lobby. So, just give me a second. Okay, now it should work. Hello everyone on the chat. Say hello if you are here. I actually picked up the bad thing, not the proper one. 7 people watching, very nice indeed. So, wow, Juan has over 1,000 subscribers. I just realized. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is take the description from the Spanish Grand Prix, which was a disaster, unlike Italian one, which was like kinda decent. Which conditions do we have? Well, beautiful sunny. Very nice. So, just a second. Race 13. Okay, it's right. Everything is right. I'll go back to the chat. So, Christopher on Discord asked me, hello Axel, hello Javier. Christopher already asked me to tell about his return. It's not like his return, he's just a reserve driver and he has no chance to show up. But what I'm going to talk about reserves, it's like Ferrari tasted the proper squad, same as Mercedes, Red Bull also, like they did every race, same as actually only Red Bull did it, as I remember. Then on Racing Point we have a first reserve. It's Christopher coming back after like 8 races of absence, I guess. He's back for 1 race in Racing Point. What's more about reserves? That's actually all. Only Christopher we are missing today. Not Christopher, sorry for the misspell. I mean Ranuk we are missing. People are already on the outlap, so let's see who is the closest. Libanov or Eyesight? It's Libanov, but he's letting by the Haas and the Williams. And look, has been left by Hartnell. So let me talk you about the standings. X2 victory. It only happened once, but he got 2nd place in Italy last season. What about repeating it this time? Okay, so the standings are. Jordi is leading the standings with the F1 League with 152 points. Second is Jesper, 150. Luke is third, 148. Then we have like some kind of a gap. It's Nuloser with 117, and Isa is with 97 points, and it's actually all of the people fighting for the F1 Championship this season, because later then we have Axe 62, 57. They are not counted as a title contenders, unlike last season. Axe was on the fight with Juan, not this Juan in Toro Rosso, but the original, what I sometimes like to say. Okay, so Luke is on the hot lap. Just behind him there is... no, Nuruz is ahead. Behind Luke there is Haas of Hartnell. So we'll go on board with the Dutchman. Currently, he is third in the standings. Williams, about the constructor standings, Williams is leading with 203 points, but McLaren is very close with 195. What a difficult case, and there was also damage by Nurluzer and one of the Toro Rossos, and Nurluzer gets a 5th place grid penalty for collision with Juan. It's also going to be reported, as we could see it on the broadcast. Luke is the fastest with 119.6. What a blistering lap. Second is Jesper with 120.0. At least Luke has the fastest lap, so he probably doesn't worry. Jordi is third with 120.4, but behind him there is Axe 120.5, Hartler 121.1, and Slibanov 122.0. Where do we go? Jeroen is ending his lap. What's it gonna be? It's P2 with 119.6. There's a chance to get it falsely on the podium. I say third with 119.7, and Christopher goes to P6 with 120.2. Luma fourth, 119.8. One of the mainly recommended options is a slipstream. Guide gets into 7th, 120.4. Gniewko has a debut as a proper F1 League driver. In Spain he was still a reserve for Rome, but Rome unfortunately retired from the season, which was a disaster with only 6 points, only collected in Canada, Canadian GP, which was the best for Renault, as Matt also got P3. Gniewko ends this lap with P5, 120.0. Very nice job made by the Polish drivers today on the grid. It's also Christopher Eck. It's going very slowly with Ed Sachs, but we're going to... Actually, there is no one to follow right now, as everyone except Mikulici, Bjarne, Martin Nurluzer did a lap. Nurluzer had to go to the pits. Nurluzer and Juanita both did a trouble for Luke. At least Luke stays on pole. Jeroen is second with 119.6. Let me also remind about the F2 standings. I mean, not the general ones, but the race in Italy. Qualifying was won. The qualifying session was won by Joviov, but he had a disaster start. I was starting P6 if you want to know. I'm Wojtinho if you want to know. Also, I'll go back to the jet. Why not drag Kawali in F2? Why? I don't know. Bjarne didn't do a lap. So continuing, at least Joviov, who was my teammate in Williams for this race, had a very nice race. He was going fast and quickly. He was fighting with Max, but he unfortunately got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings given by game, and he finished second even though he physically won. Then we had Hercules correcting the podium, Axel, Tobop, Javier, Natick, Mattes ending his lap. So let's see what's the time it's gonna be. It's P14, 120.8, but he had no slipstream if you want to follow, if you want to know. Bjarne is coming to the pits. What about no loser? He's going on the first sector. So continuing to the F2, Houseman got P8, and I was very close. Oh, what a mistake by the loser. His lap is clearly ruined. So continuing, I had a chance for better position than P9, but unfortunately I did finish on P6 or P7 due to two Wojtinhos I did. If you want to know what is Wojtinho, just spin for no reason. Like Vettel. Not likes, but tends to do often. Very often. So now... So I finished before. Oh! Did someone do... Okay, it was just a cast of Hartnell. No, it was Mikulicki letting by. Is no loser. Collecting a power for the next lap? I guess yes. Goes between though as it's Sharon coming out of the garage. Luke pushing for another hot lap. Hope this time he won't be blocked by Nuruza and Juanita or anyone else. Now look very smoothly throughout carry. Jasper with the fastest lap of this qualifying session is 1:19.3. He's now getting that one additional point for pole position. And the question is, are we actually the only rig who give a point for pole position? It's Luke getting the fastest lap of the qualifying session, and Isai gets a 5th place grid penalty for collision with Hartnell. Well, I need to check it out if it was good. It was good to see, but Hartnell has retired from the session, so this means there was a major crash. I don't know what happened really, but it's something major, I guess. No one improved the lap from the places 6 to 8. But exactly who is pushing. Very nice lap, it's P11. Just one position, just 60 thousandths of a second behind of Jody, and it's actually not an actual info, as not a fresh info, as Jody beats Luke to get a pole position right now. It's 1:19.059. Axel doesn't push, but what about Edzax? Is Ravi going to improve? No, he's losing 13 thousandths of a second. Is he going to beat his personal best? No, it's 1/10 of a loss compared to his best lap. Mikulicki finally returns to a lap. And Gniewko also retired from the session. Was it Ascari? Yes! He did a spin. It's the end of the qualifying session for Renault. At least 1:20.0. Is it going to be top 10? I don't think so. As there is Mikulicki, there is Bjarne, there is no loser. And now Mikulicki did the 4th fastest with 1:19.4. He came into F1 League, and what the laps he does. What a result. What I can say is he did in the new team in Haas, P2 in Monaco and P3 in Spain. Those two races, surely we can clearly see that it wasn't that. Oh, what a mistake by Bjarne! He barely kept on the track. So, as you could see, it was not like one-time accident that Mikulicki got the podium. He's pretty quick. Luma comes to the pits. Libanov 17th fastest, Bjarne only 16th. After his very nice season, maybe a disaster at the end, but like a decent one, with 2 victories in season 1. I would think that he would go better than only P16. What about the loser? He was going through Ascari, not like Bjarne. Bjarne did a mistake on Ascari, so this is why he got a lap time like this, even behind Ezax, who is also out of form this season, only 14 points. He was P13 last season, because I remember like 30 points or something with best result P6, and Loser does the 4 fastest with 119.3. Predictions on the chat. Is a 119 barrier going to be broken this qualifying session? Matt goes with the hot lap. There is a car ahead. It's not Bjarne. Bjarne is behind. Matt, I can't see the sense of going to pit stop, but he had a real chance to get the better lap than the best one he did. Why Matt was pushing like 100 km per hour on the pits? Mikulic will get pole. He's P5 right now, 119.4, but he's still pushing. So let's see if your predictions is right. Alright. And he beat Nur Loser by only 6,000 of a second, but it's not the end of the qualifying session. So Nur Loser can still do a revenge move and overtake Mikulici on the standings. There's actually no one. Oh, there's Luke going with the hot lap. Probably the last hot lap on this session. Hello, Łukasz. Please speak English on the chat. So now I see. So you say that Luke is going to break that 119 barrier, but he's coming to the pit stop. So it's not a chance to get the best lap. Vesper is getting out of. Okay, very nice game. Why they are going 150 km per hour? Oh, there is Jaren Span at the beginning of the second sector. Juanita, another Spaniard trying to do a hot lap, and he touched the gravel. It's not a good signal for him. So, oh, Juan decided to give up with this lap. What about Xbox? 120.6, it was the fastest. He's losing 22 thousandths of a second. Sector 1, yellow flags. I don't know who might it be. Well, actually, as you can see, 5, 6, the third row is taken by Ferraris right now, and fourth row is taken by both Mercedes. So there is going to be an exciting fight between them, like we had in Spain. And Zax improves his lap time by 2/10. It's not enough to beat even Christopherek. But if he will turn on the overtake ERS mode, as he did right now, we had some lags. That's what told the driver to see. That's the problem of the lobby. No. It's probably like moment lag, just for a second. And now Zax does the P10 with that 119.9. Is this the chance for the last one to get points? I don't know, but why not? All you have to do is not to spin an Ascari and the second chicane. Axe goes to Parabolica. That's a racing point of Christopher letting him by. And now Axe, can he beat his lap time of 120? He did it with P6. It's 119.6. Where's Walls? He's coming to Parabolica. There's also Williams pushing, but both are on outlaps. And it was Luma. Walls does the P9, separating Mercedes. As you can see, 3 cars going out of the car, but it's not enough time to make the lap, unless you will cut the 2 chicanes. So now, who did the lap? Bjarne P9, I see. Christopher Eric is pushing, so let's see how his comeback. He had a chance to get points in Bahrain turn or so. Oh, another 5 race grid penalty for Juanita for collision with Wolves. The other time from the session is probably spinning Ascari or retirement on purpose. Like, this retirement is proper. I want to tell you. Oh, and there is Christopher Eric going to gravel, missing the braking point on the Ascari. Matt also retired from the session. Virzu, he did actually a lap, but was another spin by Gayet this time. Drivers actually putting everything to finish the laps, to start at least. And Jeroen retired from the session too. Eyesight tries, beats Jeroen. So Jeroen will not get a better result than P8. Is there anyone? And there is the end of the qualifying session. It's Jody. Why he's on the outlap? Okay, the qualifying session is ended for Luke and for Juan. Exact in the loser. Luke still goes. And he has a chance to get the pole position, but what about Axel? He's coming up to the garage, just retires from the session. And Christopher gets spun. Libenov retires from the session. Like, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers retiring, and it's also eyesight. And Wolf, it's over half of the grid. Axel retired too. Guys, this is the pit stop. There was a Red Bull. That's probably a scary spin. Christopher retired to the session too. Lumato, so many drivers are retired. What about Luke? He didn't do a pole position. He lost 0.4 of a second. Jody comes to the pits. Jody also retired from the session, so we're now waiting only for Mikulitsi. That's the end of qualifying. Like 7 drivers only finished the session without clicking retire. Okay, let me add some tags meanwhile. I will tell you also the results. Jody with a pole position at only 17 thousandths of a second ahead of Luke. P3 gets Jasper with 119.3. Then we have Mikulitsi, no loser with 5 place grid penalty, same as Eyesight. 6 is Axel, so he will move into P5. Jeroen P6. Bjarne P7 and Wolves not P8, as he gets also a penalty, 5 positions. Gayet, Luma, Edzax, Gniewko, Juanita starts last as Matt, Christopher, Kliberov and Hartner doesn't have the penalties. Juanita starts last. So that's the end of the qualifying session in Italy. So hope this time lobby will not crash, and as we had it once in Spain F2, in Classic League in Italy, and in F2 League in Italy, F1 in Monaco. Hope this time it will not happen, as we have beautiful sunny weather, 20 drivers on the grid. Session starts in 25 seconds, so let me see. How is the grid? We need to have a footage. It mixed up a lot. Wow. Okay, you see, Vil is the only one on mediums. Oh, there's also Christopher on mediums. So now, pray for not crash lobby. Okay, game. Yes! We have a formation lap. Finally, no problems with a lobby. I wouldn't stand if we had 3 broken lobbies in a row. Seriously. Christopher already let Libenov and Hartnell by on this lap. but he's going to his P17. What a carnage! Christopher stays on the grass. Why? I don't know. Okay. So now the question is, who is going to win this race? Luke, Jody, Jasper, Mikolitsi. Maybe Axel will have a chance to get the redemption from P2 in Italy last season. Maybe Jeroen on loser. Bjarne finally P7. Very nice qualifying session made by the McLaren. Guide, Isai, Luma. There are so many drivers who have a chance to get the victory, the 25 points. The beautiful sunny weather, so it's not going to be Australia season 2, where we had a carnage. We had rainy conditions. Later then it went sunny. Hartnell on the podium. Luke first race and win. Jody out of podium. Another fun fact is that Luke and Jody were never together on the podium, even though they had a crash in Baku where we had a broken live stream. Where Jody, whoa, he did a spin just before the end of the formation lap, and there's a carnage as Jody is spun on the parabolica. If it's going to repeat on the race, this is not going to be a good race for Jody. Luke crosses the line, TRS line, and then they will stand on the second place. Where is Jody? Jody is like behind Jeroen. Where is Juanita? Oh. Matt, Hart and Juanita warming up together. Where are the drivers? Where's the furthest? Christopherek. So we are waiting for him. Jody, Luke, Jasper, Mikolitsi, Axel, Jeroen, Bjarne, no loser, Guyet, Luma. It's the top 10. We go back to the top. Are we going to take care about the back? I don't think so. Hope there will be no carnage there. Yes, we have lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jody, Luke, Jasper, Mikolitsi. We have a lot of drive-through penalties for jump starts, and it's lights out and away we go. It's Luke taking the lead from Jody, and also Jasper takes the position, and it's 3 wide by the title contenders to the first chicane, and we have Jody who completely cut the corner, getting the lead. It's yellow flag to sector 1, so let's see what's happening at the back. Guide has no front wing. Gniewko stuck with Edsax and Ice. Disaster for Mercedes at the start, so let's see. 3 title contenders on the second chicane. Bjarne with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Still, it wasn't a best goal yet. There's Red Bull and it's Virzu. So what a drama we have at the beginning. So let's see. Another fun fact. Christopher already retired from the session. It's probably Variante Lesmo. He ended his race. No, yes. So let's see. Yeah, I'm right. Christopher already left the session. There is the chance for the safety car. Luke goes and the lead. 4 tenths ahead of Jody. And half of a second is Jody ahead of Jasper. Axel stays on the P4. Behind him there is Ferraris of Jeroen and the loser. So this is between the title contenders. Luke with the fastest lap of the race, but it's logical as he's leading on the lap 1. There is a fight. Luma loses place as he goes to the pit stop. And Nuluzer tries to overtake Jeroen and maybe Axel too. He didn't do it on the first turn, same as second. I say another penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And now Nuluzer goes faster than Jeroen, taking the 5th place. And probably this is the chance to overtake Axel. We know from the beginning that Nuluzer is faster than Jeroen. He's taking out victories. Jeroen had podium, not in the season, but on the season 1 he did it. Oh, we have a prediction that Jasper will win. Okay. So, okay, I don't know what I wanted from the standings, but coming back here, Juan went from P20 to P8 in 1 lap. Thank you for Realizing this happened, Juanita really staring start. He came like a speed of light to P8 from P20 on the start. He used the carnage to get on the better position than on the start. He did a disaster qualifying, but now he's on the top. He's on the top 10. Luke with another fastest lap of the race. There's also Ero and Loser still going wheel to wheel. It's not going to be appreciated by the Tifosi. Loser takes the inside line and Eren didn't decide to overtake, but Loser, there is going to be applause right now as Loser tries to overtake Axel and they go wheel to wheel on the Grande corner. And it's going to be on the second chicane. Also Mikulisi tries to overtake Eren and Loser stays behind. Eren ahead. Fatal overtakes Wolves, but going inside. And Haas takes the position up. Loser overtook Axel to get up this place. And it's applause by Tifosi. But as I said, this is going to be a battle between title contenders. Jody leading, but only 4 points ahead of Luke, 2 points ahead of Jasper. Back onto the fight for P4, but it's probably Jasper escaping. I went from P7 to P8, but I had drive-through because rights didn't show. Well, that was weird. Wow, we have also 15 people on the live stream. It's like, I guess it may be the record of people on the broadcast. Now Jody tries to overtake Luke. Jody does the move on the outside and takes the first place. It's the lead for the Alfa Romeo. But Jody on the Discord said that Luke is going to win. It's not true. He's now leading the race. Was another time fighting with Hartnell and he overtakes the Haas. So at position number 9. There's another episode of Wheel to Wheel. Loser versus Axel. Axel takes the position. Unlike Mikulisi against Ero, and now Jody had to defend against Luke, who was going on the inside of Les, outside of Lesmo, sorry. But now it's even worse case for the Dutchman as his countryman Jasper tries to overtake, but he's losing, so he will not overtake right now. Look out of the track. So now guide another penalty. It's for speeding in the pit lane. Disaster for Mercedes. Make a fun fact is that guide every time except Spain and Belgium scored points, and in Italy he can't do it right now. Jody already escaped for almost a second, and Jasper goes wheel to wheel with Luke. Who's going to take the second position on the first chicane? It's going to be Luke. And Loser overtakes Axel another time. It's going to be tight between them. So now, let's go to the back to see what the guys are doing outside of 10. It's Matt fighting with Bizu. And Mikulisi this time overtakes Eren to get 6th position. Eren P7, finally some points after he did not score points for 5 consecutive races. This is the chance for him. It's Monza, it's for Ferrari. Let's see another episode. Now Axel is not pushing on the straight. Maybe this time all on the main straight. Stand on the high Yaris mode, not this time. He didn't decide to overtake. Oh, and there is Jody with a problem as he lost 0.6 of a second of the margin. Now he's just behind Luke, just ahead of Luke, who's gaining on Jody. He's gaining and gaining. Luke does the move on the outside, but Jody defends the position. And Axel also overtakes on the Loser. It's going to be intense battle between Axel Loser and Eren Mikulisi. This is the case of fighting for the Constructors' Championship. Look, they decided to do a brave move. It's not lap 27, Prime Fuse overtakes Matt, and he's now just behind Wolves. Maybe kind of a recovery drive. After not that good quality. Maybe the same happened to Juan. Maybe. But he's not going to the pits. Luke still goes behind Jody, so we'll stay on this battle. Or maybe Nurluzer could strike to overtake. He was very close to Axon Descari. Guide already has to let by. Has to let by Jeroen and Mikulitsky because he has blue flags already. We can see his ghost. Luke again has DRS. I would push fully on his place. Nurluzer calls the inside to take Axe's 4th place. Very nice move on the straight. And Guide gets this 5-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags. It was what is going to happen. Guide with 5-second time penalty. It's a disaster for Mercedes. Complete disaster that even Isaac was predicted to become a title contender. It is also a disaster. Now Mikulitsky another time overtakes Gerald, but not talking about this, there's also another fight between Heartland and Wolves. This is the battle for the position 9, and Wolves is watching it. They went wheel to wheel on the first Lesmo. Disaster for Italians in Italy. For your style, Javier, it was also not that good race. You did P6, but at least at some point. I see. Mikulitsky 5-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Back to the leaders. As it's another time there on the main straight. It's lap 8 starting, yellow flag in sector 1. It's Bjarne with a spin. Another disaster. But we're not focusing on it. Luke doesn't use DRS. Bjarne with a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. Axel overtaking the loser for the P4. So let's see what's the... Oh, another 3-second time penalty. This is for Axel right now. For the multiple warnings, Hardel does the move on the inside, and there's also Wills who tried to do something. There was a contact between them. But now the battle for the 9th place extended to from position 9 to P13. Wills goes wheel to wheel with Wolves. He's tried with ERS. Wolves tries to go outside. To the inside line, there was a contact between them. Wolves lost the position, and there is also Majas behind the Racing Point driver. Maybe the only point for Renault may happen. Let's go back to the battle for the 4th place. No, because it's Nurluzer who was trying to overtake Axel, but it didn't happen. Quite a disaster for me, considering that I could get much better yesterday. Me too, I had a brilliant start from P6 to P3 and then 2 Spindinos, and that's all. And Luke goes into the pit stop trying to do an undercut. Jasper now is trying to overtake Jody. Now he has no gap, which was Luke, so he may have a chance to get the Scottish. Nurluzer in the pits, also with the 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Mikulitsky, he came from nothing to overtake Jerry for P4, and now there was a contact between them. I hope there's no damage. I also think there is actually no damage. I think. And Nurluzer will go back on the P14. It's not beautiful. Follow the Ferrari. This undercut didn't go well. Luke is P12, so not that bad. Now Juanita joined the battle between Jeroen and Mikulitsky for the 4th position right now. Jeroen goes the inside line to Ascari. He takes the position number 4 right here. He also had a little problem, but this is racing, this is battle. That's another 3-second time penalty. His tires will be destroyed. Yeah, I think I pitted 1 lap later in F2 than Luke, but I got like 65% of tire wear at the end. Include 2 speed videos, Ero and Nicolizzi goes both into the pit stop. Ero with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and that's a disaster for the Ferrari. Juan goes in the 3rd place, and Hadler gets 4th, but remember he didn't do a pit stop. Bjarne is letting everyone by. It's a disaster race. I see new messages, but they are not showing up. Libenov 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Libenov also hasn't got a good race right now. Oh, there's a fight between Luke and Matt. To the 2nd chicane they go. And Luke overtakes Matt on the new fresh mediums. The guy's position number 7. Oh, and there's Jesper. Okay, he did a spin. He did a mistake. Now even Bjarne is able to unlap himself. And Virzu overtakes Carter on the outside to get in position number 4. And Luke gets Zeiss on the P6. And Jesper goes into the pit stop. Jody with a 5-second time penalty. It's useful for Jesper and Luke to get the victory on this race. Okay. If this was real F1, we would know the answer. He's going to pit fast, but on this game, everyone has the exact same pit stop time. The only thing is leaving the pit stop as soon as possible. Now Juan leads the race 5 seconds ahead of Virzu. Was the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings? Let's see how the back markers are going. Bjarne Lipenov is on the out of the Ascari. Was on the P16, but he's still going at least. And Ezak got blocked on the pit stop. As you can see, he lost way too much of time. Maybe he changed his front wing, but I don't know. So now, Luke leads the race. 1 second over to Jordi. Almost over 1 second. 1.7 it is. Now Luke has to overtake Hadner as soon as possible to get a position number 3 and maybe even more escape from Jody. Jesper lost on it a lot. Luke's got the hurdle on the inside of Ascari, but the gap is not that big as it was at the beginning. Hunter will probably go to the pits. Not like Juan and Virzu, they are both on the mediums. So yellow flags in sector 1. And it's Bjarne with another spin. It's a clearly disaster race for the McLaren. He lost a part of his front wing. He's on the last race. He only got 1 point and it was in Bahrain. Getting 5th. 10 points and that's all. Nicolizzi with the fastest up of the race with mediums. Very nice indeed. Juanita maybe with a chance to the points, same as Virzu. But now we're focusing on the battle between Luke and Jody. Jody losses 1.2, 1.4. He did a little mistake probably on the 2nd chicane exit. Jesper now stuck behind Matt. Only Virzu and Juanita may help the McLaren to get the position number 1. Now Jesper calmly overtakes Matt. Virzu for a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He feels the pressure of Luke, of a title contender. Jeroen and Gniewko fighting for the 9th place. Jeroen calmly overtakes the Polish to get the 9th place. There's Bjarne in the pits. Now look, Virzu has to block him if he wants to Jesper to win 2nd time in this league. Now Luke overtakes Virzu. That's all of his job he could do. He could do nothing on this speed. Jesper is in less than 3 seconds. Like, okay, let's see about 3 seconds approximately. Lap 13 it is. It's like half of the race behind us. Now this also can block Jordi. But right now, if the session would end, Luke is leading the standings. He has 18 points while Jordi has 12 only. And Jasper is third with 10. Juanita, as you can see, is much slower with that mediums. And Max also tries to overtake. He has overtaken Matt. Let's see which tires our driver is going on. So don't care about the soft tires on Axe's car. He has mediums. Everyone except Guide has mediums. Guide stays on hards. Let's see also the position changes. Juan from P20 is now P19, but becoming realistic, he's gonna be P8 or P9 maybe. Okay, I was out for a little second. So now, the update is that Wilson overtaken by Jordi, that's all. Jordi loses less than a second to Luke. What about Jasper? He's losing too much. Way too much to get the victory this race. We know what happened between Luke and Jordi on the Baku. They both have a lot of penalty points. Jordi has 15, as I remember, and Luke has 17 penalty points. So not a good case for them. If there's going to be another major crash between them, then I think that it's going to be difficult. This is going to be hard. And they will be so careful at the end of the season. Having a nice cup of tea meanwhile, and we're back to the action between Jordi. He loses less than a second now to Luke. And Luke loses 2.5 of a second to Juanita. They are getting so fast. Right now I can say about the frequency that we have 10 people. Still it's going. Very nice indeed. Very nice job by you guys. Hope you will stay for longer. Hope you will stay till the end of the race as we have Jordi just behind Luke. It's going to be an interesting battle between them. So we'll stay on them. There is a lot to see in Monza today, like it was in F2. Jasper already close to Vilzu. Remember that Jordi has a 5-second time penalty. Oh, I just reminded about that. Jordi is losing half of a second to Luke. And Luke is losing only 1 second to Juanita, but he will not open DRS this lap. Maybe on the next DRS zone. He has to push. Same as Jordi. Already has high ERS mode. And Jasper also overtook Vilzu, who's coming to the pit. It's finally a pit stop for the Red Bull. Jordi goes inside. And they go wheel to wheel on the turn 1. But look, defends the position. Very nice indeed. Luke stays on the second place. Virtually is his league after Juanita's pit stop, but still. Luke still ahead of the Scottish. And look now, escape for a second. Jordi has 10 seconds? What? Let me check. They are not really probably to overtake. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. He has 8 to be precision. Luke has not a single warning. Juanita 2 warnings. What about Jasper? He has 1 warning. So now, Jasper is even ahead of Jordi. And whoa, what a difficult spin for Juanita! And there's a clash between him and Jordi. I can't see if this was a major penalty for Juanita, but it's something. It was a spin by the Spaniard who has to come to the fields right now. What, Jody? The pits, the battle is ruined! Now only Jasper may overtake Luke. It's only between them. Juanita did the spin, but it's not his complete fault. I don't see that Jody has any fault. But I mean, he was in the spin, he lost the control. He will get a penalty for this. I don't think it will be a major one like quali ban, like Sharon did in Bahrain. Okay, so let's see what Matt is going to do it. Jody has to pit on softs, new front wing. They will lose a lot of position. No points for Alpha this race, it's possible to be honest. Meanwhile we forget about Mikulic and Jeroen. They are going P4 and P5 and P6. No reserve. And to get a full podium of Dutchmen. I remember this happened once on the season 2, I need to check it out. So Austria it didn't happen, Bahrain it didn't happen. In Japan it happened. Nullzer won the race ahead of Luke and Jasper. Now Luke is winning ahead of Jasper and Nullzer. Jody is in P14. Matt fights with Hartnell for the 10th place. Jody hopes that Edzak will let him by as a teammate. But he's not going to give out now. Hartnell goes to defend against the Frenchman and Renault. And he's done it. I mean, Matt, there would be a little contact if Hartnell went outside. If Hartnell would went outside match. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So, what I can say, Matt escaped from Hartnell right now. Let's see the tires they got. Matt is on new softs for 2 laps. Hartnell is on a little older mediums, which has 6 laps. Nurluzen and Luke have both the oldest mediums. Now Gniewko gets the fastest lap of the race, but he will not get a point as he's out of top 10. Bjarne and Geir are probably only going to finish this race, that's all. Now Hartnell struggles to come through the second chicane. So now Juan, we are focusing on him. He will still get points, but with this penalty it's like arguable. Why he's on the new mediums? I don't know. We have 8 laps to go. Jasper stays for half of a second behind Luke. So now Juanita has a chance to overtake Wolves. He's not going that fast. He's still faster than the Racing Point. He will try to go outside. Jody the fastest lap of the race, 1:20.8. So you can see which pace he has, just to get some points, helping him get the championship. Back to the battle between Juanita and Wolves. Juanita goes inside to the second chicane and he gets it. The position number 8. But he's not probably going to catch. Wolves, no reserve the 3-second time penalty, and he's only 1 second behind Jasper. Is this the race where Nullzer joins the title battle? I don't think so, as look, he's 5 seconds ahead. And I see some back markers behind him. Let's see who is at least a lap behind. It's Bjarne a lap behind. Oh, but there's Wolves' central session. This is the end of points for Wolves who spun on the Ascari. No points for Racing Point today. Complete disaster. They are the only team to not finish this race. Edgex will have a penalty for multiple warnings. And the question is if Wolves will leave this session. Because this may give a safety car. It's going to be a miracle for Jasper. Just do it, Wolves. No yellow flags. So no safety cars. Like after Alex Nalo's crash, I saw after a little Wojtinho on the Ascari, we had instantly a virtual safety car. Isai overtakes Edzax to get P13 on the first chicane. It's something, same as Gniewko does. They go wheel to wheel. Gniewko on this 4-lap soft. He's trying, no chance. Yellow flag sector 2. I don't know who's gonna be. Let's go back to the battle for the P14. And Gniewko finally overtakes Edzax to get this position. Jesper loses 5 seconds to the loser. That's pushing and pushing. Maybe the loser will win ahead of Luke, but oh, he has penalties. And Axe is already losing to the loser. Was losing 4 seconds earlier, now he's losing 6 seconds. Guys with Fisket up for multiple warning, but he's like not caring for it as he is at the back. This is the fight for a 1 point right now. And also Jordi doing this. He was fighting for the victory, but not now. As he goes to overtake 2, no, it's only one overtaken Luma on the inside line of the turn 1. P11 for Jordi. Was supposed to fight for the victory today. But again, no look at Jordi together on the podium. Now Jeroen goes much slower than Mikulici. Mikulici finally overtakes Jeroen to get 5th position. It was like fantastic reflection by Mikulici to not contact with Jeroen. It would be so tough. Yellow flag sector 2. And no one, to be honest, was. Maybe yellow, maybe blue flags. No loser still stays behind Jesper, but he has penalty. Bjarne also with a penalty. And you can see Luke's face. He gained half of a second. He's going to win this race if he will not do a mistake. Juanita in the pits. Why he's pitting? Maybe he was the reason of the yellow flags. Let's see. Is there a new front wing prepared? No. So he's pitting for no reason, to be honest. Maybe fastest lap. Also Jordi and Luma both overtaking Kato for the 9th position. So Jordi leads with 2 points today. Right now. So right now Giants go slower than Mikulici, it's visible. It's easy to see. Jesper gained 0.2 of a second, but it's not enough to overtake Luke, who has this problem. He went very slowly into the chicane. At least it's not a problem, major one. If he lost only 0.2, oh, okay, never mind, a second on it. So this is maybe the chance for Jesper if Luke will repeat this mistake. For start corner cut, I saw he got 3 seconds. To be precise, only to be precise, but it's 8 seconds in general. No, he pitted because he put the road tie on the first pit stop. Yeah, I know. Thank you for realizing it. I don't know why he put mediums. To be honest. Luke already lost. And second on Jesper, just a reminder, it's lap 23 starting. The loser still stays behind Jesper, so Jesper has kinda pressure to go faster. Maybe catch Luke. And yellow flags. It's Jeroen out of the session. Disaster for Ferrari. 6 consecutive race without any point, and he spun on the Ascari. What a disaster, what a shame. For the Ferrari, only hope for points today is no loser. Maybe even, no, I just reminded about the penalty. Gerald left the session. Bring the safety car. No, okay, never mind. Never mind then. Jordan out of the session, there should be a safety car. He was very close to the track. We should have a safety car like 3 times today. I don't know what's happening with this game. With the safety car in Australia. Well, this time not. So this race came into boring right now, but it's not the end of the emotions. As Luke now has to push if he doesn't want to lose his victory. It's like some tensions, and it's also no loser pushing just to go faster. And if they would do a switch, then we would see the difference, and maybe loser would catch Luke. I just wants to be second. Loser of DRS. Tries to go inside or not. Yes, he tries. No, this time he went so carefully. He didn't decide to overtake. It was like, maybe this was the chance to get to Jasper finally. And maybe escape by 3 seconds, but not. Guys, it's a ghost, as you can see. Already also Luke lost something. It's a second loss for Luke. He has a stress, I guess. He's fighting for the championship if he has stress. As you can see, it's not a pleasure to race in Italy right now. Yellow flag sector 3, it's Piano with a spin. Leaving a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Let's see how many warnings has Jasper. Has only 1. What about Luke? He got 2. So, okay. Norris have 8-second time penalty. Now access on the podium. Luma with a 3-second time for multiple warnings. And Axe feels the pressure of Mikulici right now. It's lap 26 starting. And maybe this time Luke finally overtakes Jasper to get the position number 2. But also battle between Axe and Mikulici, but I guess that Axe has no penalty. And they go wheel to wheel on the first chicane, and Mikulici does the overtake on the 4th place. Is this going to be a 3rd podium in a row? I don't think so. But it's something for Mikulici, at least 12 points. Libenov now is going to be lapped by Virzu. Very nice race for the Finn, who did 8 positions up, and Matt did 9 positions up. Very nice indeed. I also think that Isai lost the touch with the championship titles, so we will not count him anymore as a title contender. Now, Luke will start the last lap of the race in a few seconds. Let's see what's the gap between Jordan and Matt. It's 7/10 of a second, so it's going to be something interesting right here. Now Jasper will try to overtake. Notice it's half a second of margin for Luke, at least, if he will get a penalty. I calculate that. As he gets penalty, as he gets warnings. He has no ERS. And Jasper overtakes Nulus to get 2nd position. I'm not excited about that because Nulus has penalties. This is obvious. Nulus also has less ERS power, so this is a chance for Jasper to... Whoa, there's 2.9, 2.8. I think it's too much. If it was like 0.8. Oh, and they also go wheel to wheel the 2nd chicane. But Nulus lost the 2nd position right now. Jody overtakes Matt to get P7, but the table is going to riot. Oh, and there is a crash for Guyet. Yes, he has no front wing. On the last lap of the race. Now 3.1. Luke has a chance to win this race so easily. And oh, that was a little slide from the loser. But it's going to finish like this, I guess. Or maybe even Mikulizzi will get position number 3. But look. Turns the Parabolica and wins the Italian Grand Prix, as it's not going to happen anything. Even though Jasper was pushing. And he lost only 2.6, 2.5 at the end. Loser 9 seconds of a loss, so Mikulizzi gets the podium. Gets the third. No! He lost by 0.3 of a second, and Axel is 5th with 1.5 loss to Mikulizzi. I was sure about that, but it didn't happen. What a race it was. With carnage, we had crashes, we had like sensation of Jordi only P7. Gniewko retires from the session as he has no chance. Oh, that was a little beautiful slide by Jordi at the end. He stays on the P7, but loses the position number 8 to Luma. Attel gets P10. Oh, and Isa is stuck just before the finish line. He retires from the session as there is no hope for points. And this was the most stupid one. But what if Hartel, Matt or someone will get a penalty? Isa, it wasn't nice, to be honest. Yellow flag to sector 1. But Edzak crosses the line. Bjarne gets 17th only. So let's check how are the standings already. Jordi only got 6 points. Or actually 7 if he did the fastest lap. Luke won. Jasper second. And Luke also the pole position, yes. So Luke now takes the lead. Ahead of Jasper and Jordi. Nurzer finished 3rd. Mikulizzi 4th. Axel 5th, very nice indeed. Maybe there is a chance for the battle. Isa is already classified as he did more than 90% of the race. So now Axel has like sequence as he was 7th in Monaco, 6th in Spain, 5th in Italy, 4th in Russia, 3rd in Mexico, 2nd in Brazil. Is this possible? I don't know, to be honest. Okay, so I did the top 6 was Phil Zulu, very nice indeed for the Red Bull, who might join the battle for the Constructor Championship, I guess, with that decent result. So, Luke wins, ahead of Jasper and no loser. Then Mikulizzi, then we have Axel, Phil, Jordi, Luma, Matt and Hartel. Juanita, probably with a penalty. He will get. Now I'm inviting drivers to the press conference, like short one. So it was Jasper, it was Luke and no loser. Okay, all invited, but as a fun fact, no loser never attended the conference. So yeah. So now we are waiting for the drivers. Okay. Fortoffen left. Hello, Luke. So hello, welcome, welcome.
Oh, my mic was off. Sorry.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. So, first thing, Luke, you probably saw what happened with Jordi, am I right?
Yeah. It was the Toro Rosso in front of me spun, and after that I didn't see Jordi anymore. So
who was in first at that time? You were or Jordi?
I was.
Okay.
I could dodge him, but I don't know what happened to Jordi, because I thought he was going off track after he spun, but I don't know what happened to Jordi. Maybe he was.
Yeah, it was a bit. I had to like go into the entire other way of the track to avoid them, because they were both in the way, the Toro Rosso and Jordi.
Oh. On track.
Yeah, they
In the
spotted.
middle.
They were like in the middle of the road, so I lost like 2-3 seconds just
Okay.
avoiding them.
Okay.
It was so
Okay.
hard in the end. I had 2 warnings, and you were closing in because I was going really slow. I didn't want to lose, so I didn't want to crash. So it was pretty.
Yeah.
A question I have. How many tires you had at the end?
I have no idea. I never really really check it.
But was that your plan all the way? That you were gonna stop so early? Or?
No, but I felt struggling with the tires, and I did a practice race, and when they drop off the softs, they get really difficult. So I thought if I'm gonna continue with these tires, I might crash. So I don't want it to crash.
Yeah.
And
You had like a few moments where you were like almost crashing in like the last corner.
yeah, it was really But it was so hectic in the beginning with us 3. Jordan, in the first corner, we went so slow one time.
Yeah.
I really thought you was gonna hit me in the back, but you luckily didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a slight touch, I think, but not too
May I
much.
tell you about the
Oh.
standings?
Yeah, sure.
I really want to know.
Okay, look, you are leading 5 points ahead of Jasper. And Jordi has 160 points.
Yeah,
How many points is Jordy behind?
13.
Beyond me or behind Jasper?
Behind you.
Okay.
And Nurzer will probably also join the battle during the party, as he has 132 points. This is a chance, I guess. He won in Russia last season. Continuing, Isa is 5th with 197, Axel 72, Fils 65, Guide 48, Maxro 46, and Mikulitsi 45, and that's the top 10. Now I need to count the constructors, but I saw you had a very nice fight on the first laps. So, and about the carnage on the first lap, any comments about it?
I didn't see any carnage.
Well, you were in the front.
It was behind us probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was just I only saw Jordy. I overtook him, and that's all I saw. Just an open road, as I like it.
Yeah, he got not a very good start. Because
Yeah, but you were also alongside. We were 3 wide. I was really scared.
Yeah.
I really had to stay right.
I had
Yeah,
like
I could have gone for the middle, but I was like keep it clean. And I broke a little bit early.
Did you back off? I don't know.
Yeah, I backed up.
Okay. Yeah, at one time I saw 2 red arrows, and I was really scared.
Yeah, we were like three side by side.
Yeah. So I got a really nice start, but you got it even better.
Yeah.
so.
Jordy reacted just really slow. I thought.
So I'm just counting the standings of the constructors. Williams will extend his lead. Very nice. Also 15 points for loser, I have to count.
Full Dutch podium, also nice. I like that.
Yes, it's second time this season.
But it's also a bit, I feel Jordy is pretty angry right now, maybe.
If he got screwed, and I have to see it.
Yeah, I also have
Monica.
to see it. I didn't.
Is it on a live stream or?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay.
Okay, we
Really
have a
weird.
first report.
He was just in front of me and just spun on the entry. Lost the back. It's really weird in that corner. Maybe he hit the grass on
Just like
the
Vettel.
and the entry. Yeah, just like Vettel. I was like 1 meter behind him.
Okay. So, how many points it has today? 13. Okay, I'm right.
I really want to see the incident.
Okay, so the standings are not changing a lot, but in the battle for the championship we have Williams and McLaren, and Mercedes, Alfa and Ferrari will fight for P3, I guess. Williams leading with 232 points. McLaren is second with 113. Mercedes third with 180. Ferrari 177 and Alfa 174. And my main question is to Jesper about your teammates' form. Bjarne. He's struggling, I see.
Yeah, he's really busy with school, so he has like zero time to practice. So he's like 10 minutes before the race, he's looking which race it is. So he has zero practice, but that's why he's so slow.
Yeah,
he's level 16, I think, online, so he has barely played the game. But I bet he's still very fast. But if you don't play the game often, you don't know all the little details how to be fast. And
yeah, you just have to. You really have to practice this track.
Yeah.
Does he use default setup then?
No, he does use a setup. He uses his same as mine, but it's just he doesn't play the game often, so then it's gonna be tough.
Yes.
He's also Dutch, isn't he?
Yeah, he's my nephew. But last year he won 2 races. He was also really fast, but this year he just doesn't have the time to play. So, yeah.
Okay, weird case of Livanov. He left the Discord, now he wants to come back.
If you want to see the incident, you have to go to 26 minutes.
Okay. So.
Oh, I see. It's really unfortunate for Jordy. He had no chance to avoid it. Or literally no chance.
So what I can say, thank you for the race, thank you for the broadcast, thank you for watching, and next time it's Russia, next week. Jesper probably remember that race. You weren't racing, but you know what I mean.
The best track on the calendar.
And the best race of the season 1.
You really think it's the best track?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
no,
but
I hate the
also
track.
the best. Yeah, I mean, the track is awful.
Yeah, it's the worst. Which lap was the incident?
17 or something, maybe 16.
So, what I can say, thank you, goodbye, and see you again next time.
Bye.